Hello, the artists of the world. My name is Jackson Collins, aka Drapixin on X. Drapixin, yes, I picked that name because of my idol. It has a similar name, so don't worry about it. So, what am I gonna do today? Well, I'm just going to give out advice and tips on how to draw or how to make your artwork feel sweet or like have the character eminent sweet. Like something like a dessert, like what I'm drawing now in the background. I know it's a time lapse, but still, I'm just gonna voice over it. So relax. We're gonna go through this together, me and you. But before I start, you know what gonna happen now? A meme. So I'm gonna put a meme like right about now.
What exactly are you looking up?
How do I get 12-year-old girls excited?
That was interesting. Anyways, the first thing I wanna touch up on is reference. You always need references. There's so many references that you need, like pose and what suite you want, like how does it look like. So what I'm doing is ice cream. So I had to look up some ice cream, and I'm doing like an etchy pose. So I was doing so much research. You gotta get reference on how you want your like what is it the outlook of how your artwork wants to be. You gotta know how you want it to be. So the first thing you do is reference. Okay, now second, you've already got your reference, you've already been drawing it out, you know how you want it to be. So it's just gonna put it in a separate way. How I did it, I made mine this is a manga version of mine. I made it in a manga version. Okay, so what I did is that I tried to make it pop, but the manga style didn't make it work for me. But there are like references on Pinterest to make it look sweet and like or draw this sweet in the manga style. I just didn't find the way, so I went in the colors, the color side. The color side with Finique. Okay, like you can also implement what you've learned like in the manga side and just put them in the coloring side. Like I'm just gonna show you how I did my cone. Like okay, my bad, I forgot. I did not do a recording of how I did the cone. But basically, what I did is that I just said I used the one tool, selected the area I wanted to be lines for the cone, and once I did that, I chose like it will pop. I said new tone. I said the new tone. I went to the selection, selected what type of pattern I want. I said lines. Since the canvas is kind of big, you just gotta mess around with the frequency and density of how you're gonna want it. You just make sure you have lines. You can make lines of a cone and patterns and everything. So yeah. But I know some of you will come across a problem of like, oh, it's just why is it black? So to fix that, you're just gonna go to that tone layer, enable subcolor, change the subcolor to that color of the cone, and once you've done that, you're gonna put the layer to multiply mode. I forgot what the mode's called, but it's gonna go to multiply, and it will actually just be a darker version of that color. Pause. I want to get cancelled yet. Okay, so we've reached the final part. Like you just colored it in, everything you feel like is perfect, but it's not bright. It's not bright enough. This is a basic tip. It's just a basic tip that everyone kind of knows, but I don't know if they use it still. But this tip is that okay, you're gonna group up all the color layers and duplicate the layer line, and then and take the copied one and put it in this new layer. You're just gonna right click and then create create and insert layers into a new folder layer. That's what I'm gonna say. Folder layer. You're gonna duplicate that folder layer, and you're gonna right click again on that copy folder layer. You're gonna go to convert layer. You don't have to do anything on the convert part. You just have to press OK, and you just go back to a layer that is fully okay. That's it. Okay, this part I have to record it at least, and then when you're done to that copy layer, We're gonna go filter, blur, and say Gaussian blur. Then you're gonna like increase it very high so it can be as blurry as possible. You don't have to go like all the way, just make it blurry enough. And then we're gonna just go to the layer and then turn down the opacity a bit, and you can see that it's just pops. Just makes it look glowier. You don't have to change anything to the like layer part, so yeah. And just add the background to fit the theme of like what you want. So I just like, since my character is like a vanilla ice cream, I just said I'm just gonna use that hair color as a background. Take the square. Okay, I'm just gonna just take the square tool. Just gonna say fill, and then boom. You see. And just for like more decorative, I'm just gonna add like these types of manga page borders. And add manga pages borders, and then boom, now pop.
You're my sweetest addiction, you're my strongest inspiration, and I love you. It's true, there's no mountain I could not climb as long as you are mine, and I thank you for being you. I will never let you go. I will never let you go. You're my sweetest addiction, you're my strongest inspiration, and I love you. It's true, there's no mountain I could not climb as long as you are mine, and I thank you for being you. You're my sweetest addiction, you're my strongest inspiration, and I love you. It's true, there's no